Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Baba Is You. Couldn't get this puzzle out of my head, and I think I did have the right idea, and what I needed to do is this. Do I understand what's happening? If I do this, we end up with this, and I end up with two is's on top of each other. Baba is moving, and so he pushes one is up one space. Baba is move. Kiki pushes the ephemeral Baba as well as the Baba. So Kiki pushes Baba's move text first. And then the ephemeral Baba pushes it again. Is what's happening, but I wish I understood why this worked. It works. I don't quite understand why it works. But I'm kind of ready to be done with this tile set. Like, it was pretty an interesting novelty, the way that it's all set up. But the fact that it involves these hidden rules that are somewhat magic, I'm ready to be done with. Okay, so now I just have to get myself into the right column and somehow end up at the right height. That'll work. So Kiki is move. Kiki is move means Kiki moves 3 spaces when I press a direction. And then, yeah, if I do that again, 3 spaces will bounce off the is and hit the flag. There we go. Congratulations. All right, so I'm ready to be done with that one. A couple days ago, I looked at this one again, and I had a few interesting ideas. So if you'll recall, basically we need to be floating, then not floating, then floating, then not floating in order to win this puzzle. And the problem is our only access to a word Baba is over here. It is possible to get access to another word Baba by pushing a tile over here and saying, or like tile near text is skull, and that turns this one into a skull. Baba's defeat, by the way, and for some reason he does that. Rather than exploding like he usually does. And I could turn skulls into tiles and tiles into skulls conditionally with the near keyword. And so I feel like there's something with like pushing the near keyword through here. Like this is kind of clearly designed that I can push a word back to the left. So if I had Baba near blah blah blah, if I pushed it to the right, I'd be able to push it back to the left kind of thing. Although pushing it to the right involves having a tile here, which means that the ephemeral Baba over here would also push that to the right and say Baba's defeat, which would end things. But I know I could turn this into a skull, so maybe I could just push that to the right. In any case, let me get my head back in the game, but I want to try to finish this puzzle today. So let me try a few things. Okay, a combination from having looked at this a few days ago and a new flash of insight. If I say tile near text is skull, that skull turns into, or sorry, that tile turns into a skull. Oops, except for now I want to undo that rule. And then, I still didn't undo that rule, hold on. Let's just move the word text here. Then tile is push. Yeah, I think this could work. So then, if I said, I want to be able to push a word to the right and I want to be able to push it to the left. And so what if the tile and the skull alternate? Which would be tile is skull is tile at the same time? Yeah. Which I can phrase. So I'd need to say tile is, I'd have is tile set up. And then the word skull would come in. So if I do this... Oh, except for it's changing that one too. I have to only have a tile near text. Is skull is tile, because I can't change the tile that's down over here, because this one Baba has to be able to step on at any point. So this would be... don't lose that is... Tile. Text is push, yeah, sure. Near text is skull is push. Okay, so those two are both near text, and so both of those are flipping back and forth. And so every other turn, I could use the tile to push from left to right, or I could use the tile to push from right to left. And then, if Baba is float, then I think every other turn I can just wait one if I'm on the wrong cycle and do what I need to do. So Baba is always float right now, so I can float over the rubble. The lava is floating, so I need to unfloat under the lava, which means I need to push the is to the right. So if I wait and then push the is to the right, now I'm floating. So now I can do moon is empty. And now I want to push it to the left. So I just go to the left. Now I'm floating again. Now I can go back over the rubble and say sun is empty. And now I need to become non-floating. So I will push it to the right after waiting. Again, because I did it wrong. And now I'm not floating and I can get to the flag. Yes! Okay. That was actually pretty cool in the end. But it took me a few attempts to find all of that. Alright, but that's great. We've got a big flower over there, and now I don't feel as guilty about looking at new puzzles. There's still some leftover puzzles back in that area, but I wanted to look at new puzzles, but I also didn't want to leave me with too many puzzles behind. Let's see. Did we take a look at this last time? Depression? I've lost track. Have I seen this puzzle? Baba is sad and sad and sad and sad and you. I stuck an extra sad in there. Oh, look at all the tears coming off of Baba. Baba, text, pull, move, and is, and, right. Wallace, stop, text is not move. Flag is sad and win. Alright. It feels like if text... Oh. If Baba is move and text is pull, then I can pull an and right on through here. So let's just try that to begin. There's not a lot of space to work with. Let's just imagine it's all going to work out. I'm going to need to break text as pull. Oh, I'm going to need to break text as pull. Ugh. Let's not worry about that right now. Oh, also I need Baba is move at the same time, so I need to, okay. I need to have these written crosswise or whatever. So... Oh, yuck. So what I should do is I should have the is pull ready to go, and then I can push it to the right. Okay, so I have a plan. Baba's going to be move. Text is going to be... Let's move this all up. Text is going to be pulled like this. Okay, Baba is move and text is pull. So now, if I move to the right, Baba is still you, because I didn't break the and. There's something underneath the word sad here, I just noticed. That middle sad, there's something underneath it. Also, pretty much any move I make means I break Baba as you. Other than just going back here. So that's unfortunate. Oh, there's a wall underneath that sad. That middle sad, that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. Let's just go ahead and restart. Yes, there's a wall underneath that sad. So... I managed to get slightly to the right, but it doesn't help me solve the puzzle at all, because pretty much anything I do disrupts the text. Oh, but now that I know it's a wall, hold on, now that I know it's a wall, I think there is a way to do it. So if I had done pretty much the same thing, I could have used the wall as leverage by waiting one and then moving to the right. I still managed to pull the word sad even though it was inside a wall. Alright, well, you can witness now the fact that it's a wall. That didn't solve my problem. And so can I do this and break up text is move at the same time? That would involve having, or sorry, text is pull at the same time. That would involve having text is pull spelled text is pull right here. And then I'd be able to pull, no, I'd pull the whole rule with me. No, I wouldn't, because the word is wouldn't be able to move. Or pull, even. So this wouldn't work at all. So what do I need to do? In addition to putting the ands through, I guess I didn't see until just now that I could also say Bob is sad and sad and sad and moving you. And so that's a little bit interesting. I have to get an and through. But I also have to get myself through. So if I said Baba is pull, that wouldn't be so bad, and so I could break up the rule text is pull. Okay, so here's a new idea. What if I form text is pull here while Baba is move, and then pull. But I'd also like to push this and through, and I'm not sure how to do that. Let's not worry about it right now. I guess I'll make Baba permanently be moved for the moment. So now I want to say text is pull. Then I want to go here, 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 here. And now if I move to the right, now Baba is move and pull and sad. And so that's fine. And so if I had the word and over here, I would have won. Oh, and I could have just pushed the word and over there first, right? Like back when I'm over here. Oops. Back when I'm over here before I said text is pull, I could have waited until here and then push this and twice. That and is still stuck in a position where I can't get it out because it's still pinned against this whole left thingy. So I would want another word. So before I did the Baba move said something something. I think I maybe see how to do it. It'll be easier if I start with a move down here. So if I say Baba's move, then I can push an and over here. I still can't get that and off though. Hold on. I could have had another word in there, and the word would be Baba. Okay, so suppose I put the word Baba here, then said Baba's move, then did this. Now the and is in a gettable location. Now do the whole text is pull shenanigans, which involves me being clever in order to get words in the right position. Oh gosh. That's gonna be non-trivial, as I like to say. So let's move the word text to the right. Text is kind of in the right spot now. Now I need to move the word pull down. There we go. Then I need to go down here, put pull there, and then put text here. And then I need to break up the rule by moving to the right. And so now I have the and flag is sad and win. Oh, look at the flag. The flag is sad too. We could be sad together, flag. We did it. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I'm happy to have puzzles I can look at and figure out. How about Klein Bottle? So Klein Bottle is like the three-dimensional Mobius strip. It just has one surface that's both the inside and the outside. So how is this puzzle going to be twisted up? Flag is win, Bob is you, Wall is stop. He read from right to left. Kiki is defeat, Skull is defeat. Kiki is push and locked down. So as I recall, locked down means I could push Kiki to the right, I could push Kiki to the left, I could push Kiki up, but Kiki is locked from ever being pushed downward, and so if I try to push down, Kiki doesn't go anywhere. Move, float. Alright. I like this music. It's very clockworky. There's a bunch of skulls here. Kiki is defeat. Move, float. So, I could say Baba is float. Baba could float over all of the skulls, but then Baba would be floating over the flag, so I need to somehow then have Baba no longer be float. And presumably this involves a moving Kiki. However, this is my only extra is to play around with. So it would either be Baba is float, and Kiki somehow would have to move around in such a way as to eventually break up the rule at the right moment in time. Or it could be Baba is something and float. And once again, Kiki would have to be moving around somehow to break up the rule at the right time. And furthermore, there's going to be an is here. I guess it could be Baba and Kiki is float as well. But if I did that, then I couldn't say Kiki is anything else, and I definitely going to want to say Kiki is something. Baba can't be locked downward because Baba definitely needs to be able to move down. So it seems like we're going to be like ratcheting Kikis up while they're moving left to right somehow or something. Although if one Kiki pushed another Kiki, it would just cause that Kiki to be facing a different direction, which wouldn't help me. I can also use move Baba as you from left to right, which might be interesting. Oh, I could even say Kiki and Baba is you, right? But Kiki is defeat, and so that would be pointless. But it is interesting that I can move Baba from left to right. Okay. So basically, Baba needs to move at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares while floating, or at least 8 squares while floating, in order to navigate past the skulls. If Baba was move and float, then there's no way that Baba could turn the corner. So let's just play around with some of the obvious stuff because I'm not making a whole lot of progress right now, and sometimes it helps just to see some words in action. So. Oops, Kiki defeated me. You did it, Kiki. You're too smart for me. And you still are. Okay, so Baba is float. I can do this and float over the flag. How can I automate some Kikis to break up this word Baba is float at some point in the future? If Kiki's moving up and down, Kiki's never going to break this rule. Seems like Kiki needs to be moving left and right. If Kiki's moving left and right, I don't see how I'm going to get, like, 8 moves of time. I guess if Kiki were moving to the right here... if I had, like, a 5 long... If it was Baba was something and float, and Kiki were facing right here at the start, But I'd have to have already set up Kiki is move as well. So Kiki is move. And so Kiki starts moving, and I start racing Kiki. It might work, and so let's just try that. So I would need a Kiki. Right now I'm just trying with a single Kiki. I would need a Kiki here. I would need to set up Kiki as move, and Baba is something and float. So Kiki is move, and so I guess it's going to be Baba is push and float. Alright. So let's just set that up. I can still rescue the word Kiki after this too, but not the word push when it's pushed against the right like that. So it's going to be Baba is push and float. Kiki is move, but don't actually get the word move put in there just yet. Also, Kiki is going to be a hard word to fit in here at all. It might actually be impossible given where I've already put other things. No, because I can do this. And you were worried. It's fine. Okay. So at some point, Baba will push that word to the left. But first, let's get our and float in here. Can I get an and float in here? Probably if I take the word push out first and then put push in later. Push has to come in almost last. Let's bring the move back out. Sokoban! Tight quarters, moving words. This is the game we're playing. Oh, if it was pushed against the right wall, it was not lost forever. I didn't notice that until just now. Okay, so now I need to get my and float. And how am I going to get through my Kiki here? Kiki, you're causing me problems. I guess I could have Kiki move. No, if Kiki's already moving, I can't do this. Let me just reset it. I'll do it on my own. It took a surprising amount of brain power, but I managed to set things up the way I wanted. So, I'm floating. I'm chasing after Kiki. We can pass through each other, it's fine. It's only if we land in the same square that I get defeated. And I didn't quite make it. Alright. And that was as much time as I think I could have gotten, right? Kiki was... Oh, could Kiki have been... I might have been able to start Kiki inside the word and, but even if I had... Baba still would have been one short. And so this isn't enough to work. And then also there's the locked downward that I never took advantage of, and so presumably that has some purpose. So... what can I do differently? How does the locked down help? Kiki can't move down. Why does that matter? If Kiki... okay, something I'm actually not sure of. And it'll be easier to test at the beginning of the puzzle. So Kiki is locked downward. Means Kiki can't be pushed downward, can't move downward, can't anything downward. If I said Kiki is move and locked downward, and had one of them facing down, so in order to get one of them facing down, if I do this, and then said Kiki is move and locked down, like so. Okay, so that one just hovers, basically. Alright. Does that help me in any way? I don't think so. It seems kind of pointless. And I don't see a way to have Kiki be push and move and lock down. If I could have all of those at the same time, then maybe at some later point in time, this Kiki bumps that Kiki and starts pushing it, and they both start moving to the right or something. But I don't know that that's going to help me. So what's the trick? Is there a way I can have a Kiki locked down like that? Have the other Kiki later come and break the rule so the Kiki was no longer locked down, and then it starts moving and has a secondary effect? Perhaps. Oh. Maybe that's what I need to do to activate Kiki later. Like, what would it be? What would it be? I'm not sure that I see a way to do it. I guess Baba and Kiki is float. Well, then I'd be using my and. Then I couldn't say Kiki is move and lock down. Kiki needs to be move. So if it's Kiki and move and lock down, that implies I'd have some downward facing Kiki. But then I don't see a way for them to, at a later moment in time, activate another one. Oh, wait. I have a new idea. What if I pushed a Kiki... come on, brain. I want to have it facing down on this flower, but I don't know that that's possible. And then say Baba is float, so it's like in some... I can't quite do that. I can totally do that. Just by... Yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay. Here's an idea. So if I do this, and say Kiki is move, the other Kiki's going to move around, that's fine. And I want you to stop right there. Then, if I said Baba is float, right here, and then had that Kiki moving but unlocked it at some point in time, it would break up the Baba is float. Which is interesting, but I can't say Kiki is move and Baba is float at the same time, because again, I only have the one is. I could say Baba is you and float, but then Kiki would not be breaking up the is float. But yeah, the idea is a locked moving Kiki breaks a rule. And in the act of breaking that rule, breaks up Baba's float. What if it's Kiki is move and locked downwards? And if somehow there was a downward facing Kiki here, sorry, where Baba is standing right now, then I'd be able to push the word float away, and the other Kiki could be moving like this and eventually push the word lock away. That would totally work. The problem is, can I get a downward facing Kiki here where Baba is standing? And that I don't think I can do. Would an upward facing Kiki work? Yeah, it would work fine, because then he'd be locked down. Yeah, that's it. That's the solution to the puzzle. So, I need a Kiki to be in this column facing up and down. I can move him into the right spot, which is one higher than he is. Then I'm going to need another Kiki where I want to have a nice long running start. And so I think it'll be fine. Oops, Kiki's currently locked down. I think it'll be fine if this Kiki starts from here. It's going to eventually bounce down here and then bounce back up here and unlock a locked thing. And so can I put all of my words where I need them to be? I think so. And so let's try to do them in order for the most part. So Kiki, is... I need to put move in kind of last-ish, and actually locked needs to squeeze in here soon. So then we'll get the and. And then I need to get Baba floating. And then, yeah, let's get Baba floating next. Do I have enough space for it? Yeah. Okay, Baba's floating. Great. I think this works. So the other Kiki didn't get a chance to move up yet. Hold on. Darn. Back when I had before I put the is in there, and before I put the Kiki in there. Gosh darn it. I need to move that Kiki up one first. That's fine. So from here, I'm going to say Kiki is move for one tick. And then I want to say Kiki is push again so that I can reposition the other Kiki just in case it matters. And then I'm going to do all the same stuff. And so now this time, Kiki is move and locked. The one that's inside the word is going to turn around and face down but not be able to move down. I can see his eyes now, so that's totally what happened. The other one can't come up here. So the other one needs to be moving upwards from the bottom. And that's what's going to give me enough time to do it. Okay, that's fine. Let's try that. So I actually want them in sync to get the most amount of time. And so if I do this... Yeah, that's where I want... Except I want the bottom one facing up. So it needs to be one ahead of where it was. So I think this guy actually needs to be here. And now if I one cycle the guy up top... Yeah. Now this guy is facing upwards in a direction that I couldn't have gotten him from just pushing upwards. So he's got the most possible state. Okay, now I go phrase all of my stuff. Okay, and this time, Baba is floating. Baba can walk across here. And Kiki just unlocked the move, which means the other Kiki is now free to move downward. Which means he breaks up the rule Baba is float at just the right moment in time. I'm glad I did all the extra adjustments on Kiki that I did, so that I had enough time to get to the flag and win. Congratulations! Hooray for me! All right, that's great. Where am I in an episode? I think we still have a little bit of time to look at another puzzle. Corkscrew? Is this going to be a variation on that one where the skulls are more twisted? Yes. This time I can't move Baba and you left and right. The skulls are now 2 ticks longer, it looks like. And this time I only have one Kiki. And I'm also missing another word, I think. There's no lockdown word. Kiki is push and float. Move, okay. This time Baba could be move and navigate the skulls twice as fast. And so if Baba is move and float... Let's just go ahead and set that up. Baba is move and float. Yeah. That feels like that's going to be most of it. So let's just witness that... Oops. Because all of the turns in the puzzle are... Right, I'm already moved. That's why I'm having so much trouble controlling my character. Because all of the turns in the puzzle are too wide or long or whatever I'm trying to say. Yeah, I can do this and get through the puzzle faster. And so now I just need Kiki to break up. How many steps did that take me? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I need 6 ticks later for Kiki to break up float. But Kiki would need to be moving to do that. Which almost sounds like it's Baba and Kiki is move. But then how are we going to get the float? Uh-oh. Nothing else has changed, right? Walls stop, Kiki and Skull is defeat. Flag is win, Baba's you. Some of the shape of the walls have changed. But in order to say Kiki is move, I don't think Baba could be move. So if Kiki was move, and Baba is float, then it seems like the most time I can get on Kiki, or Baba is push and float, most time I can get on Kiki would be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that might be enough. Okay, so Kiki would have to be... Where's the ideal starting spot for Kiki if I'm just doing that? It would be here, but facing to the right. And I can make that happen by saying Kiki is move for a little bit. There we go. And then I want to say... Kiki's defeat. Don't push words through Kiki. That's bad news. I want to say Baba is push, and the and has to be on top of Kiki. I can still get all my words by, I think. Kiki, the word is going to need to go up there. Let's go ahead and get that one done. Oops, Baba's Kiki is no good. So let's sneak it around over here. So eventually it's going to say Kiki is move, but not yet. And Baba has to be push. Yeah, which I can push in from the side. I already got the word and on top of Kiki, which is wrong. The word float should have been on Kiki. And that's still possible. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, at this point, if I do this, I can follow Kiki. I don't have nearly enough time. This is the same thing that we did last time, and it was too short, and now it's 4 short because there's 2 more skulls. Okay. So, how could I possibly have Baba also be move? I can't say Kiki is Baba. Baba and Kiki is move. Would be fine, except then Baba's not float. Unless, can I get 2 words on top of each other in this puzzle as it is? No. I feel quite confident about that. Baba is Kiki doesn't help me. So, what was the name of this? Corkscrew. Variation of the previous puzzle. It really feels like Baba wants to be moved, so he can move twice as fast and actually do that. But if I phrase Baba is move, I can't phrase Kiki is move unless it's Baba and Kiki is move. But then Baba couldn't be float. Unless move and float or 2 words were on top of one another. And 2 words totally cannot be on top of one another now, right? Maybe I'm wrong about this. I've been struggling with overlapping words a bit lately. So, if I were wrong about this, how would it work? It would involve someone pushing from the left and someone pushing from the right. And worlds colliding. So... something along the lines of this, but that just pushed words on top of me. Or on top of Baba, that is. And so that just... yeah, none of these words overlapped. They just bounced off each other. One got pushed and another got pushed. Yes, there's no way to make overlapping words. I do feel pretty confident about that. So, therefore, the puzzle's impossible. All right. That's where I guess this one's going to be left for today. I'm going to say I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Baba Is You. For now, bye bye.